Hey, remember the Mistika wave of Bionicle that came out in 2008? The Toa in that wave was so awesome. Oh yeah, and then the Phantoka, they debuted earlier in that year, and they were the best. But can these Toa be built better? Well, in today's video, let's take a look at some really well-built mocks from across the Bionicle community, and we'll see if they are indeed built better than the original sets. Here we go. Hanku Lego kicks us off with one of the coolest revamps of Pahatu Phantoka that I've ever seen. Let's compare this to the original set. Now, yeah, this set has a play feature where the spinning blades on the arms, they can work as helicopter rotors, but they're also multi-purpose, so they can even be converted into drills or pincers. It's a really dope concept, especially for a Toa of stone that's airborne. And you see, Hanku Lego, they've taken this concept and they've advanced it even further. Now, Pahatu has 3 giant helicopter rotors strapped onto their back. I mean, dude, that's so freaking cool! Such a good idea to use these orange circular support pieces. All 3 of these would have come in this LEGO City Stunts set. I love it when builders take a really prominent piece from a modern LEGO set and turn it into something even better. It's so delightful. The hands still have some kind of built-in weapon, except this time they're blasters. But yeah, I mean, these don't need to be rotor blades anymore because they're elsewhere on the mock. So turning the handheld weapon into just purely blasters? It's a nice way of honouring the original, but yeah, making it feel fresh. And then we've got a ton of CCBS armour pieces all over this mock. I love how 2 of them flare out on the knees. The sharp line of this feels so dynamic. And I love the contrast of this sleek, sharp armour right next to some unarmoured pistons and support beams. It just looks really good. And Pahatu's mask, you see, it complements the texture of these CCBS armour shells at the same time. It's a perfect match. Yeah, and Pahatu as a Titan, it works. It just works. Tahu is up next, and this was built by Kazitraz. So we'll compare this mock to the original set. And yeah, we have a fairly close match right here. As nice as it is to really, advance on the original concept and try something new, it's also nice to see revamps that stick very closely to the original. But maybe they just tidy up the design a little bit more, That's what I love about this. It keeps the charm of the original, but adds personal touches of the builder. It's nice to see this torso design using the silver Hordika armor that of course came on the Toa Hordika. Here you can see Matau rocking this piece. Because, yeah, the original set, it didn't really have any armor on the torso. It actually looked a little bit too bare and empty. But this, it feels so streamlined. It actually looks like the shape of a fighter jet. And I feel like all of the Mistika and all of the Phantoka, they kind of had qualities of fighter jets built into their designs. And yeah, this piece complements that kind of airborne aesthetic. I'm amazed that this piece never actually appeared on any of the official Toa sets for these characters. It's kind of a perfect match. And speaking of a perfect match, complementing this armor with Nuva shoulders, beautiful. Something else that's beautiful is this custom mask. The original Mistika masks, they get a lot of hate. People don't like how they look. So, maybe instead of using the official masks, go a custom route. It might work better for you. Oh, and I tell you what, this is genius. Tahu still has his rocket launcher boosters on the edges of his torso. Well, there used to be 4, now there's 2. But they're not just boosters, they double as flamethrowers. What a seamless way of incorporating a little bit more of his elemental fire powers. I adore this. Rival Bio is up next, and they have a creation that's called Liwa Evol. Here's another example of a Phantoka character looking so much better when they're bigger. What an impressive upgrade. Now, some notable highlights here. I love these knees. They use Kuroda's mask from this Hero Factory set right here. And I like that the curved horn at the tip of this mask, it gives this knee design a little bit more pizzazz. It looks that little bit more dynamic and aerodynamic as well. And also, nice idea to put Liwa's blade on the back of his arm. I guess it's just a little bit more practical this way, because think about it from a logistic point of view. If Lee was flying around in the skies and he's mid-battle with a Makuta and his sword gets knocked out of his hand, he's probably going to lose that sword. But if it's strapped onto his arm, he's never going to lose that. And hey, wrist swords like this, it's just so dope. Another inclusion that I love is this small jet engine strapped onto Liwa's leg. Flipping the mock around, we can also see that there is a large engine on his upper back, with 2 wings on either end. Because you see, the original set, it had some boosters on the upper arms, and this looked great. This worked for the size of the set. But if you were to give this bigger mock 2 boosters on the shoulders and that was it would look a little small and it wouldn't really fit the aesthetic. It would just look a little silly, you know? So yeah, you gotta add more to fit with the larger size. And this certainly works. Honestly man, Liwa's never looked better. Moving on over to Kopaka, and this revamp was built by the Mug Bearer. Look at this exceptional custom brick-built head design. It is a perfect recreation of his original mask. The Mug Bearer, he is astonishingly good at doing this. So many of their other creations recreate existing Bionicle masks using exclusively system pieces. So hey, if there's a mask that you really want, but you know, it's a little bit too expensive, like some Bionicle masks can be, build it with some smaller Lego bricks. That's also going to allow you to customize it way more. And you can build it in a variety of different colors too. It's a win-win. And look at Kopaka's new and enhanced blaster. This thing is bigger than his torso. Mocks with big guns. I don't know, that's just such an awesome aesthetic. I also enjoy these new enhanced wings. These use the blades that come on G2 Liwa. These ones right here. The wings also of course use some of the rotor blades that came on Rotor, this Hero Factory set. Yeah, pairing these parts together, it makes for a great wing design. Over to Mistika Onawa, and this was built by Mike Round. What a clever idea to give Onawa buzzsaws on his hands. You know, he's a Toa of Earth, that kinda just makes sense. Anytime you can lean into a mining aesthetic for a Toa of Earth, well, I always think it looks good. But what's even better is that these also seem to have flying capabilities. There's this image here that showcases Onawa using these blades as some kind of like helicopter rotor. Or I don't know, perhaps these can just move so fast that they create enough force, or I don't know, some kind of sonic energy that allows him to fly. I love that. You showcase his elemental power and you tie it in with flying. Clever, clever. And finally, here is Gully Mystica, and this was built by Bionicle Saga. One more example of a Toa with a big blaster, and just how awesome that can look. This revamp makes Gully some kind of, I don't know, flying space marine. It's a fantastic aesthetic. And yeah, I think a lot of that comes down to this new custom mask. It offers a nice alternative to what the original one looked like, but it still captures enough of the same essence. It's also nice to see Breakout Rocker's energy shield in trans green. This piece is one of the coolest elements to come out of any Hero Factory set. Every time I see it used in a mock, it always looks good. And there's a bit more trans green everywhere else on this mock. Putting it on the gun and a few other areas, it ties into the color scheme beautifully. New mask, new weapon, new color scheme. Sometimes that's all you need to make something really good. There you go guys, that's revamps of the Toa Mistika and the Phantoka. Well, I guess I could have included Takanuva in this episode. Really, I was just trying to focus on the smaller Toa sets, not so much the Titans. But hey, I can put him in next time. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed taking a look at all of these revamps. If you want to see more from the builders that I highlighted today, be sure to check out their social media links in the description below. Otherwise, thanks for watching, happy building, and bye for now.